Maybe replace.
I didn't really even want to make the video today. I haven't even really done anything. I'm helping our girls with their YouTube channel. My goal is to kind of start shooting in 360, and this camera here can do a 360 video. But the problem is every minute of 360 video is about 7 gigabytes, and about a 10-minute, and YouTube actually has a 120 gigabyte limit. So I can probably do like, I'm aiming for about a 10-minute video. I'm trying to stay under that 120 gigabyte limit. I want to start putting their videos on YouTube and having a 360 experience where they're playing with toys, and everyone who's quarantined, kids can actually use their phone and kind of look around and feel like they're playing too. Yeah. So we've shot a couple of videos, but you know, now we got to get them on the internet. I'm trying not to edit them at all because my computer can't even handle
that's a nightmare.
4K, let alone like it's like 5.6K, and I just can't edit that. So I'm just kind of like converting it to a 360 video and just uploading it straight to YouTube. And I really enjoy doing that. I've been technically, we've tried to move our website, MarketerTribe. This is going to sound really confusing, but we were on Podia, and we moved it to I'm like forgetting now it wasn't on Heights. It was like
Tribes.
We moved it to Tribes. Okay, Tribes is like a Facebook page type of community, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want it on Tribes, I want to move it to Heights. So I went into DNS and it wasn't accepting the changes. Everything was still pointing to Podia. So I wrote support. They were like, we don't see a problem with it. I'm like, guys, there's definitely a problem because it's not propagating at all. Bring this down a little bit. And so they were like, yeah, everything's good on our end. I was like, fine, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move my DNS from pointing to your web host. I'm gonna point it to Cloudflare, which you should do anyway. Everything should probably go through Cloudflare. If your website isn't on Cloudflare, you're just inviting a lot of attacks and slower speeds. So I said, I'm going to point it to Cloudflare. Updated the DNS. Changes took place like within probably 30 minutes, and now MarketerTribe is now on Heights. You can go to MarketerTribe.com right now and it should work. We're still updating all the copy there. We're still adding the courses there.
Still a work in progress.
I was able to actually write to Podia and say, hey guys, I need 24 hours of access to my site. I don't want to pay you. I just want access to the site. Let me go in, let me download my videos and move it to a competitor. And I was like, I love you guys. I love everything you're doing, but I don't have the money. I don't have $70 to put into this. Heights is free right now. I got the AppSumo deal. And customer support from Podia wrote back and was like, yeah, I totally understand. I'll give you 48-hour access. So I was able to go in, download all of our videos, which I thought were saved on Dropbox, but I could never find them. But now they are. And now I'm taking each of those videos, I'm kind of adding a bumper to it for YouTube, and we're going to put them on YouTube as well, so that we'll have people clicking through YouTube and hopefully go in the MarketerTribe. And there's like 12 videos in Sales Funnels 101. So that's adding some content there. And I've been setting up through Zapier, every video that gets added to Dropbox gets instantly uploaded to YouTube and to Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest, and like just setting up the automation for it. So like all I have to do in the future is like when I edit a video, add it to a Dropbox folder and boom, it goes everywhere, instead of wasting my time uploading to each of these platforms. So I've been trying to figure that out, and I ran into some problems with a Zapier. Is it Zapier or Zapier, right? Zapier.
I say Zapier.
Okay, Zapier.
I don't know.
And where the Dropbox integration wasn't being able to like recognize the videos if they ran into an error. So I was able to write support again, and they're trying to help me with that problem, because basically like if your title is longer than 100 characters, which ours were, I tried to put like Sales Funnels 101 and like the name of the course, and like try to sequence it so people could go through, and we'll have to create a playlist on YouTube so people can go through. But Zapier tried to run those videos from Dropbox and basically ran into an error, said, hey, YouTube isn't going to take it because it's not 100 characters or less. So I was like, okay, I'll just update the characters. I'll make them less than 100. And I tried to rerun it, and it's like, sorry, we can't, there aren't new videos in that folder. I'm like, I know they're not new videos, but I did change the titles. So can you just run them again? And it's like, no. So I had the right support. And I'm just like, hey guys, what's going on with this? So we're trying to figure that out. A lot of support, a lot of writing to support this week, and try, you know, but I don't think it hurts if you write to whatever software that you're using right now. You say, hey, listen, can I extend my trial for a couple weeks? Hey, Clickfunnels, can you give me like 30 days free? Or, you know, like, can I get 6 weeks? You know, like, I haven't been able to build my funnel. I need a little bit more time. A lot of them will say, sure, okay, yeah.
Because they want to keep you around. So
I don't particularly enjoy doing a lot of this tech side stuff, but I just like, I'm trying to find shortcuts. I like finding shortcuts. Yeah, so, okay, so did you have anything to say about any of that stuff?
It's a lot. I'm very thankful that you do all that, because I wouldn't know where to start on most of it.
Oh, okay. You can talk.
Yeah.
To the camera.
Okay.
I know, I'm right here. I can hear you.
Okay.
And I can imagine you looking at me. In my mind's eye. I'm just like, oh, okay. She's talking to me because I'm the only one here.
Okay, good. But again, I think we kind of talked about this in our video Friday that didn't show up. So you haven't heard this, guys. You know, just coming back to that idea of like managing expectations, if you are going to be running an online business, it involves a lot of tech, and tech messes up a lot. Just random times it glitches and things take longer than you expect. And it's okay, you know, just know that it's part of the process.
And another thing I want to say, I was thinking about is it, you know, when we're setting these goals last week, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to get the videos up on, you know, YouTube, and I'm going to move them over to Heights. It's like, well, no, you're not, because you don't have the videos.
Yeah.
You have to download the videos, but you can't because Podia's locked. And so, like, it's a lot of time wasted. And also, there's an emotional toll going on right now with the pandemic. It's like, you have to realize that you might have the best intentions, but there is stress. Like, there is it's like, it's hard for me to sleep. It's hard for me to find motivation right now. Like, I've cried more in the last, you know, couple weeks than I have, like, I think in my entire life. It's a lot to take on. And, you know, all this, it's emotional toll to take on this pandemic, and trying to worry about, you know, like, not try to worry, you're worried about the future, but trying not to worry about the future, and like, okay, well, let's still kind of build our business because we need to feed ourselves. And, you know, like, what if things do turn out great? And like, so I there was a part in Avengers Endgame last night. I was watching it on Netflix. Maybe it was Disney now. It doesn't matter. But there's a part where Hawkeye is essentially an assassin for hire, and he's in Japan, and he's killing he's killing the gangs there. And what's her name? Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, you know, shows up and says, you know, and he's like, hey, you shouldn't be here. And she's like, yeah, neither should you. And he's like, you know, what are you doing here? You know, not killing all these people aren't going to bring anyone back. And he's like, you know, bring his family back. And so he's like in this despair of this tragic event that happened. And in that moment, you know, she's like, you know, she's like, we may have a chance to fix all of this. And it's very emotional, like, and he's like, don't give me hope, because like, I don't know, I just get choked up, you know, don't give me hope. Like,
yeah, don't get my hopes up. I'm probably just gonna be crushed. Like, like, you're surviving at this low baseline right now, but if you get your hopes up and then they're crashed, you're gonna be even lower.
And so, but like, it's very emotional because like, there is hope, you know, there is hope, and just to kind of understand, like, okay, and she takes his hand, and it's so emotional. I wish I could like put the clip in here in the video, maybe later. It's just like such a powerful moment, and it just made me realize that like it's a lot of what people are going through right now. Part of us is like, hey, don't get my hopes up. Like the world feels like it's ending right now. Like, why? What's the point of doing anything? What's the point of doing all this? Like everything's ending. You know, it feels like it's ending.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it feels like the world's never going to go back to what it was like.
Yeah.
And I don't really have an answer for like hope. Like, where do you get your hope from? Like, how? I mean, you're naturally a hopeful person, and so how do you find hope during this time? Like, just very transparently, how do you find your hope right now? Because
well, all right, so I'll say a couple things. One is I'm not the most emotional person. I would like to be more emotional, I think, but I'm more kind of just logical. And it sounds so cold when I say it like that.
You cry a lot during movies.
Oh, I do. Yeah, exactly. I will cry at every single movie we watch, pretty much. But like when it comes to something like this, you know, I'm just more like, okay, you know, it's only a small percentage of people who are actually getting sick. Even if I did get it, I don't have any underlying conditions. I think I would be okay, most likely. You know, thankfully we didn't lose jobs. That has impacted our clients sometimes, but
we've been remote working before this.
Yeah, so you know, I kind of just step back and look at it like that, and my natural inclination is, okay, yeah, I don't think anything's going to get that bad. Like the world's not going to fall apart around us. It's going to be different, sure, but we'll be okay. You know, we're going to come out of this okay. So that's kind of just me in general. But then I think what you were asking about is faith. Absolutely. You know, like trusting God that it's going to be okay, that we're going to come through this, you know? And so you and I talked about it a little bit, and we're saying, you know, like it can be hard to say like, okay, we want to give you guys hope. And I, you know, saying like, what does that mean? What does that look like? And for me, I was saying, you know, I think it's just saying, okay, well, this is what we believe and this is what we're believing for.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you're not seeing it right this moment, still trusting that it's what's going to happen. You know, and so for me, that's believing and trusting that God is good and that the promises in the Bible are real, and that we can claim them and say, okay, the plague's not going to come near our dwelling, that, you know, we'll fulfill the number of our days, and that he has plans for us, that he brings all things together for the good of those who love him, you know, things like that. And so just clinging to that even when it seems hard. So I think that's what helps. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, yeah, part of me is just like,
because we're different.
Okay.
So
I mean, I don't feel particularly inspired by what you just said.
That's
like,
okay.
It doesn't, like, I'm not feeling uplifted at all.
okay.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are kind of probably there, like, okay, well, you know, there's faith,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, but it's like, no, we really want to see something amazing happen, and it's like, really believe for it. It's like, you know, if you've been believing for it for a long time and nothing's happened, it's really hard. It's like, yeah, I really do want something miraculous to happen. You know, I guess kind of the milestones in our life is, you know, I've seen Yahweh come through for us last year, time and time again. And it's like, you know, I feel like Yahweh's like, I haven't brought you this far to abandon you, but I do feel very much abandoned. I do feel very much kind of like unsure. It's shaky. Yeah, it's really hard to feel like, okay, yeah, I feel really stable right now, you know. So I don't know, I'll have to, I don't know, is there anything like you're reading right now that could actually help people? Like, are you reading anything that, the Bible app or anything that you're going through that like has helped people? Because And what you said didn't really help me at all. You know, it's kind of just like,
well, like what we talked about before, the devotional I read about Psalm 91.
I think
breaking that down.
Did we actually make a live stream about that, or is that the one that didn't record?
I think we actually made a live stream about it.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure
Tell me about it again.
But so I did devotional.
Want to show it?
I stopped it for a second time.
Okay.
I did it is a 21-day devotional. Just if you have the Bible app and you search Psalm 91, you'll see it. It's a 21-day, and it just breaks down every phrase of Psalm 91 and what the promises are in there of everything that God says He will protect you from and what He will do for His children. So I think
you said you were going to put it at the bottom of a video.
Yeah. And I forget which one that was. Or we could just put it in all of them.
Yeah, you should put it in all of them. Yeah.
So, I mean, I could try to.
Yeah, send it to me, and then I'll have the link, and then I'll go ahead and put it in there since you're overwhelmed right now. So yeah, very cool. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to share in this live stream?
I mean, we were supposed to set a goal for ourselves for the week, I think. I don't know if the internet's working.
Okay. Cool. The internet's not working? No. We're live streaming.
Well, just me.
Okay.
Just my phone.
Okay, go ahead. Set up the what is your goal for this week?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping to talk through it a little bit more.
Go ahead.
So I was saying, like, I've just been completely overwhelmed with clients that I haven't even gotten to think about a goal for us. I know you would like me to work on the videos and our content on YouTube and retitling them in descriptions and stuff. My brain is just like blank beyond that. I am so so kind of frazzled right now. I don't know. That doesn't feel like a very exciting goal, though. Like, I want something that's gonna like move the needle. You know. How about getting the MarketerTribe landing page?
Yeah.
Like, really good. That would make me feel good. So when we tell people go to MarketerTribe.com, like, I know it looks the way we want. It says what we want. Or
when you go to MTG4 and you get the steps. After you put your email in and you get the template. Maybe we could do a couple different calls to action too, an A/B split test MTG4, not just the millionaire funnel template, but just like, hey, join MarketerTribe.
Yeah.
Just see, like,
because people might not want that. They might not understand it yet.
Because when I sent a potential client MTG4, he put his email in. He's like, I'm totally confused. Now what do I do?
He wasn't. Yeah, he really was not our.
So
ideal audience
how do we take someone who's not our ideal audience and make them our ideal audience, or at least explain it to them so they have a better idea? Because he just wrote me back, he's like, I'm confused, what do you actually do? And I'm like, oh, sorry, we didn't really I guess we didn't explain it. We build sales funnels. Oh
no,
maybe the internet did go out. Let me see. Yeah, connection lost, but reconnecting. It's okay. It's okay. Robert's that's probably good. Okay, so connection's lost. We'll make another video soon. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.